Hello, everyone. Welcome. Happy to be with you again today. I hope you're all doing well. We're going to continue on with jazzy, fatness, crazy, whatever kind of song this thing is. Hi, baby. Oh, I need my welcome message. Welcome. Please say hello. And feel free to ask anything you like. I actually wasn't looking at the chat, so I'm not sure how big the lag is. We'll just see. Yeah, let's just see if the volume is working. Or the volume is working. The sound from the computer's working. How's that? I think you should be hearing that fine. Just before I get into making madness, we want to make sure it sounds good. Volume is working. Okay, fantastic. Okay, so let's just listen through a little bit, and then I've already got some ideas of what I want to do today. It's always fun to be at the start of a song, right? That's the most creative part, and we can just like power through new parts and cool stuff and whatever. And in this series, this Musical Madness series, it's kind of just an experiment for me to push myself in terms of everything. Musical ability, production ability, mixing, whatever. And just go crazy, try whatever and see what happens. So I have a few ideas that I'm excited to try today. So yeah, let's start off with just listening to it a few times, and then we'll get into the action. Yeah, so I did a little bit of work on this, very little bit. Just cleaned up the drum pattern a little bit from last time, and then I can't even remember what it was else that I did. Something with the chords. One of the things that's bothering me about this a little bit is that I have the filter changing on the synth chords. Sometimes they swell like that. But on the piano or whatever this other sound is, it just sounds the same all the time. And something about the mix of one thing being filtered and the other thing not being filtered is a little bit off-putting to my ear, and I don't quite know the solution yet. Stranger, hello, welcome. How are you? I'm very well, by the way. I'm not sure if I should filter them together or just take off the filter on the synth altogether. I could just try that first and see. I mean, it might lose a little bit of something. Let's see. That's probably the easiest thing just to try at first, is just like pull this across here and see what that sounds like. I think I might prefer that, even though it's conceptually not as cool, like the filter's not moving and whatever. It's just brighter and more present in the mix, and I kind of think that's what I want. Yeah, I prefer it when I hear this section in comparison. So let's do that. Okay. Good. So that's as much as I really wanted to do on this first section right now. I want to get started on a new part because I've got some ideas for it. So just to contrast this groove for a second, we'll probably, I mean, we're going to have an intro, right? Right now it's just the 3 last chords, just because whatever, I wanted something to be there. So this thing's going to loop twice like it does, or maybe we'll even do it 4 times and add an element, I'm not sure yet. Right now I'm happy with it just looping twice. I'm going to go back and make some small changes to it at some point, and then here, I'm just going to move on to a new section now. It might be too soon in the actual overall composition, but we can always change that later. If I want to like loop these two, loop this part twice again, and then add an element, that might work as well, just to give some more, whatever, length to the song. For now, I'm going to switch into a kind of contrasting thing. Not super contrasting, but for a second. So what I mean is that here I've got like just a groove. I've got snare on 2 and 4. I've got drum pattern, bass chords, you know, whatever. Like, so one way to contrast things is to think about snare placement. So right now my snare placement's 2 and 4, so I can contrast that with any other snare placement, and it will just create a different feel. So I'm going to contrast just with a short 1 bar connector of kind of like snares on 8th notes, and then back into a similar beat, but with it's going to be heavier with some synth, bass, growly stuff happening. Because I like to contrast those 2 elements, the like jazzy, funky, tight stuff with the like heavy, growly, synthy stuff. So that's going to be the goal for today. Right now, we're just going to get this pattern in. So what I'm going to do is just do this little transition piece, which shouldn't take me so long. It's only 1 bar. How long could it take? And then the next groove, I'm going to beatbox it in, as I often do, which we actually did for this too, right? I actually did that in the beginning as well. Did I delete that already? Oh, I did. I should have kept it. I deleted it because I strayed so far from my initial beatbox template that I just said, like, screw it. But whatever, it's on the recording. If you want to go back and listen to it, it's preserved forever. For now, let's get this thing in here. So I basically know the drum pattern I want, so I'm just going to draw it in this case. And let's go for, in addictive drums, they have the like alternating snares, like D and E. The notes D and E on the keyboard are actually left hand and right hand. Would you know the difference? I don't know. They're different samples though, right? They're literally different recordings, and that's what matters to me, is that we're just going to alternate them back and forth just like a real drummer would. Which, if you haven't seen, I have a series, or at least the starts of a series, on realistic drum programming, which is like a big thing for me. So if you check the channel, you can always see that series there. It's got its own playlist now even. There's 2 videos in it. Hopefully the next one will come soon. So instead of just going like, oops, why did that do that? That's interesting. I must be in triplets, yeah. So instead of just going like this, we're going to switch it up midway. Cut. Let's see. Cut. Just offset it so it's on the 16s in between. And we'll put a kick in here. I'm not sure exactly where I want it right now. Oh God, sorry. I'll just put it right here for the minute. But it also could be here. That's probably better. So boring as that sounds, what we're going to have here is some chord shots on these snares exactly in time with them. And they're going to be working their way harmonically towards a minor chord. We've been in a major key so far, which is like super rare for me actually. And when I went back and listened to it, I thought, hey, I actually put this in like D flat major, right? D flat. A friend of mine said this reminded him of a song from old Sonic games on Sega, and I kind of agree. In fact, actually, this one sound, now that I hear it, I want to say there's something in like Sonic 2 or something like that, something like that sound. Anyway, back to the action. Okay, so we're going to be descending towards a minor chord, and we have this series of 8 hits to get there, basically. And so I'm just going to think in a pretty basic functional way, but we'll try to make the chords kind of hip. So we're going to move towards probably the 2 chord in the key that we're in. That's my intention anyway. I don't know if I'm going to succeed in that, but we'll see. So the 2 chord in this key is E flat minor, and we're just going to play a kind of 2-5 sort of progression across these 8 hits, but we're going to change the voicing subtly on every hit. So we could be thinking like this set of hits is a 2 chord and this set of hits is a 5 chord with substitutions in there. Like that's maybe one framework of a way to think about it. And then we're going to land on the minor chord right here on bar 11, which is going to be the start of like the bigger fat section. So let's give that a shot. And by the way, welcome to anybody new to the stream. As always, feel free to say hello in the chat, and I love to know where you're watching from, or if you have any questions or want to chat about anything, I'm always up for that. So right now I'm just going to use the same synth that I was using in the previous section, but probably we will change that. I don't know yet. I'll have to think about that. But anyway, let's just use the same one now because it's fast. So also these last 3 chords, those 3, are going to be changed to flow into whatever chords we end up with here a little bit better. So we'll just give it a shot. So I'm going to start with an F minor type chord, and let's see here. I'm trying to think about how to spread it across these 8 hits and get things moving in a nice way. So yeah, there's a lot of possibilities. I'm just going to start trying stuff and see what happens. So I'm going to include the roots in these chords for the moment, and then I will remove them afterwards. But for now, we'll put them in there. So I'm going to turn the filter down on this just for the moment because it's going to annoy us to hear this sharp sound over and over and over again. Ah, that's not the filter, is it? Is it the filter? I don't know. No, yeah, it is. Yeah, that's right. And then we've also got this crazy vibrato going on that we need to turn off at this point. How do we turn you off? There we go. Okay. So, thinking F minor. I've got... Let's see, maybe let's think melodically first. DC Jazz 5, hey, watching from Dubai. Wow, that's great. Welcome. I like the name. So, okay, we're thinking 2-5 in the key of E flat, and I'm thinking melodically first, so I'm going to write the top line. Thinking going to go from here to some kind of B flat voicing. I'd say you have to be good in maths. Every time I see someone who is talking this way about music is some kind of nerd. Numbers, hits, counting, I'm pure abstract for talking about music. Yeah, man, totally. I'm big on it. I'm big on the music nerd stuff, so if you stick around, you're going to hear a lot of it. Let's think. So let's try that line. I don't know if that's gonna actually work out in the end, but whatever. That's why we're trying it. Yo, sup? I like music. What a great name. So, what did I just play? So, and this is actually offset. I see. This is this. Okay, so that's the melody we're going to use for the top notes of each of our chords. That's a nice way to write chords, is to write a nice melody first and then harmonize the melody underneath, because the top notes of any chord progression are going to be heard as a kind of melody. Like if you wanted to sing a chord progression, those are the notes you're going to sing. So to write them in a nice way is a great way to begin. And I'm conscious of like what these notes are compared to the chords I'm going to be putting under. I'm putting like an F minor type chord here and a B flat dominant type chord here. And so I'm conscious of like what degrees these are against those chords. You don't have to be, of course. You can just like do whatever. But you know, that's the way I live my life, man. Okay, so let's just get something going on here. Maybe like, I'm just going to copy this voicing across for now, and then we're going to modify it as we go. And then this is going to be the B flat voicing. All this is going to change. I have to do it this way because I'm not actually like a jazz piano player, so I can't like bang this out. On the guitar, it would be much faster for me to work, but I can play this on a keyboard, but it's just much slower for me to grab this like really more complex stuff. Is a 2-5-1 complex? No, but like the voicings I want to use maybe are. So we'll grab you. So I mean that could be our voicing. Let's see, might need to do it like this. Music production, man. So we're gonna need some like hit on there, of course. Yeah, so this is going to need some tweaking, but it's going to come together here. Let's bring this filter up just a little bit so we can hear it a bit better. The last one, we're going to go for some kind of like, okay, I was just thinking major keys for some reason. Let's think minor keys, bro. Okay. So, this is this. This is this. Hi, Megan. Hello, Max. Popped in to say hi. Won't be able to stay long. Just wanted to hop by and send love. Nick Schick. Welcome, Nick. Thank you. It's good to see you there. Hope you're doing well. Okay, so this dominant chord here, this B flat 7 chord, I was just harmonizing it because whatever, I was not thinking about it as going to a major key, but we're not. We're going to a minor key. So we're actually going to start suspended as well. So we'll go like this, dun, suspended like that, and we'll get 2 suspended voicings with the flat. that's a bit better. And these could even be subbed. Just throw these into some inversions, because why not? And okay, so that's going to work for now. We're going to be changing that in a minute, but we're going to do that. We're going to make the new section, and then we're going to get to modifying those little bits again. Okay, we also kind of lose the, I kind of lose the rhythmic flow when I offset these, because the kick is also offset. So, that sounds sick. Thanks. So let's see if we can fix that. There's a few things we can do. There's a few things we could do. Let's see. Maybe we could put a hi-hat pedal on the quarters. A clap. That's actually kind of a cool idea. Okay, let's try that instead. By the way, my heater fan is on. I don't know if my noise correction is working. If you can hear that, like, in the background, just let me know and I'll turn it off. That kick is, I think, what's throwing the whole thing off, and I might need to move it. Yeah, we might need to do that. Okay, that's such enough. These claps are just getting lost. There's no point in even having them there. Put a tom here, perhaps. Okay, so let's leave that for now, and then we're going to make the new section, and then we'll come back and fiddle with that so that it leads in a bit better. Okay, so the new thing, the first thing I'm going to do is record a little beatbox template for the new part, because I have an idea and it's too slow for me to like keep it all in my mind and try to like work it out. I'd rather have a kind of audio template. T-Rav, yo, what's up? Yeah, 82 for sure. Always, always. So I'm just going to play through, and then I'm going to let my mind just go for a sec on the beatbox, and then I'll record it. That's the idea. Let's just record that quickly. Pull this down. You don't have an audio input. Yeah. Just kind of improvising that second half. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but let's just get it down. It's okay. Oh yeah, I'm running that through an OTT, aren't I? Okay, let's not do that. Where did you go, little track? There you are. So So it has a bit of the flavor of the first section, but it's going to be much heavier. So when I'm doing this kind of template stuff, like your beatboxing PP, thanks, sweetie. When I'm doing this kind of template stuff, I'm not concerned about pitches. I can't sing that well on the best of days, and so I'm not going to try to like actually get a real bass line spontaneously out of my head. I really wish I could, but that's just not happening for me. So instead, I'm thinking gesturally. I'm thinking more rhythmically and just gesturally, groove-wise, right? I'm getting the feel of it, and we're going to use this as a kind of blueprint. We're going to copy it, and then we're going to build off it and actually choose specific pitches once it's in there. That's the idea. So we'll just set a loop around this and start building something. I'm going to build the drum beat first, and then I will probably do, I've got in mind like a really heavy synth, bass synth, and we're just going to try to knock that out quick because sometimes that can be pretty time consuming. So we'll see how we do. So starting with the drums. Yeah, for anyone that doesn't know, I'm using Addictive Drums. It's like a drum sampling plugin. If you want something awesome, I mean, it's Black Friday coming up, right? So it's probably the time to buy it. It's actually amazing. We can, if you just listen to this, listen to the soloed kit that I'm using. This is a custom kit that I made from all the pieces I have from various other kits. And so you can save like, yeah, all sorts of different custom kits. Yeah, I really like the sound. Thomas, yo. Thank you. I hope you're having a nice weekend. So we're going to go here now. We're going to take this groove template. It's not really a groove. Okay, it's a groove. It's a literal groove template, not like the definition they give in the Studio One. And we're going to remake it. So I heard a kick right there. I know that much. I heard a snare right here. We're going to throw a clap on there, and we're going to offset the clap. And we're going to throw it here too. There's a kick right here. Over here, I've got the two kicks evenly spaced. I don't know that I'm going to keep it that way. I might have just done that, but you know, whatever, because I was randomly improvising. It's maybe kind of cool to like alternate them like that. I wonder. This can have a whatever secondary little thingy. Okay, in the second half. Yeah, it's basically the same. Okay, so now for a hi-hat pattern. There's so many things we could do here. I think I'm just going to keep it like super simple. So in Addictive Drums, they give you like a lot of hi-hat articulations to choose from. Basically, it's like successively opening the thing wider. So this note C is the hi-hat foot pedal. This is fully closed, slightly more open. Then the bell, hi-hat bell, while it's still closed. And then open, more open, fully open, bell while it's open. So those are all the articulations you get. I'm going to choose the fattest closed one, which is this one. And we'll put it full velocity. And it's just going to hit quarters. So my beatboxing is a little bit off time, so it's kind of like, yeah, not quite lining up, but that's fine. You've done your job, Mr. Beatbox. Okay. Am I Mr. Beatbox? Alter ego. Okay, so we're swinging, right? I forgot about that. Maybe that's why I had it on triplets initially, right? Okay, we're starting to get the picture here. Do we swing the first part? Yeah. Okay, so let's just throw this into swang. We need the swang. That southern swang. No. Okay, maybe you know what we're going to do with this? We may... Sorry, one sec. Can't do this right now, but I'm learning. I'm learning new things and I love it. That's great. That's what I'm here for, man. I don't know if I like it yet. We'll see if we need to change that. But anyway, I'm wondering about if we should make this part sluggy. I don't know if you guys know the term slugging. I got that term from the gospel world. I'm a huge gospel music fan. If you want to see amazing instrumentalists play and amazing singers as well, like just listen to gospel music, black gospel music from the States. It's just like incredible. And some of the best grooves, the best players are in that world. And so you've heard this stuff, like people might know it more by like the lo-fi sound or drunken drums or J Dilla drums or whatever. That sort of thing, where the thing feels kind of broken and like, ugh. That's what I call it, slugging. So slugging is the term I use just because I dig it. I like the sound of the word. And I was wondering about slugging a little bit here. I just don't know if they're a bit too fast for it. But how do you spell that? The drunk drums I hear people talk about a lot. Can't stay, but I just want to say hi. Bill, yo, how you doing? Missed you on the last stream. Nice that you could stop in. I hope you have a good rest of your day. If anyone doesn't know, I do have Bill Murray on my stream regularly, just so you know how popular I am, and you know, the celebs like to hang out with me. I don't know if I actually want that. I don't. But Bill Murray, I'll take it. Okay, so yeah, we can just do it quickly because it's kind of interesting, so keep it low-key. So if we just take your hi-hats and you basically, you can do it as precise or imprecise as you want. The precise way, so to speak, would be to, so I'm going to take my heavy hit on the quarters, take my light hit on the 8th note in the middle, And but the eighth note in the middle is going to be offset, meaning it's going to come late. But how much late? Well, to do it perfectly, what you can do, and this is actually possible in Studio One, if you set your quantize to be, give me a second here. Here we go. This is the thing. In septuplets, either in quintuplets or in septuplets. Quintuplets are closer to regular swing. Septuplets will give you a true sluggy feel. So I don't know if this shows up so well. Pim, hello, welcome. Nice to see you. Check this out. I'm going to go back to straight. I'm going to put my cursor. I don't know if this shows up on the stream. I hope it does. I'm going to put my cursor here, and the line that my cursor is sitting on, if I zoom in, I'm going to move my cursor away so you can see it. Here's the line, right? Now, if I switch this to quintuplets, watch where this line moves. Okay, you see it's gone. Now it's over here. Now I move it to septuplets. It comes back a little bit. So quintuplets, here's triplets. Triplets is even further over. Quintuplets comes back a little bit. Septuplets come back a little bit more. That's what we're looking for. So I can grab all these hits and I can just move them over to the onset of this septuplet like this. And it will give a slug feel. It will give a mathematically perfect slug feel, basically, and then turn the velocity down on them. I don't know if it's going to work at this tempo, really, but let's give it a shot. Yeah, it kind of works. I'm going to contrast it with straight. So I'll just quantize them to straight now, and we can go back and forth. Here's the straight hats. And here's the septuplet hats. I quite like it, actually. It's pretty cool here. I wasn't planning on having these divisions being hit, though, so the slugging might happen in a different part. Like maybe I won't use, whatever. I won't use the hi-hat to do it, but maybe like a chord. And then I can align my kick to the slug note. So I'm mixing the septuplets with triplets here, or with swing, you could say, to make it happen. Okay, well, that's fine. Let's just mute these hats for now, and I'll remember we're on septuplets. So you hear the placement of this kick, right? This kick is now slugged. Boom, boom, boom. Comes a bit later than you expect. All right, so let's get into it. We're going to get into the bass creation now. So if we go back and listen to my little template thing, I have that. My intention for that stuff is actually a bass, and like a distorted, cool, something filtered bass. Gonna do that, sort of dubsteppy. If you listen to Go-Go, popularized in the DC area, I don't think so. I'd love to hear it. If you want to like send me something, or an artist name or whatever, I'd be curious. What is it? So we're going to start creating this bass in Serum, and we're just going to set a couple of things up ahead of time. Where are we here? Do I have this? This Serum's not even pulled up on here. There we go. Okay, so what I will do is I'm going to put an OTT on it before I do anything, because I know I'm already going to do that, so I'm going to mix into the OTT, you could say, and use it as part of the chain. I need to put this as a favorite. I don't know why it's not. Okay. So here's the idea behind this kind of bass creation. We are going to start with a very, very simple sound in Serum. Then we're going to distort it using some kind of distortion unit. And then like a plugin, and then it's going to be fed into OTT, which is a multiband compressor, you could say, multiband destruction unit. And it's a style of drumming, subgenre of funk. Okay, so maybe I just don't know the name, but yeah, I would love to hear it. I'm always into new drumming styles, new groove styles, I should say. So yeah, we're going to have this set up ahead of time. I'm also going to put a Saturn in here, which is FabFilter's saturation unit. And I'm just going to not do much with it right now, though, because I don't know yet what the sound's going to be. It's just going to be there. And I'm going to start with a very, very simple sound in Serum. So now, why was this pulled up? Oh, we were trying to do melodies. That's right. I was trying to do melodies and it was failing. So we're just going to go back to our starting point. So what we're going to do, I have two sine waves pulled up. And I'm going to use FM synthesis to create a harmonically interesting but rather simple sound that's then going to get thrown through the distortion unit into OTT. Then it's going to get filtered, and then the filtering is going to do the whoa, 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 whoa kind of stuff for us. That's the idea. Will it work? Who knows? But this is the way a lot of the people who work on heavy electronic genres, like in drum and bass or neuro stuff or dubstep stuff, make their basses. They're making rather simple patches inside of Serum or whatever plugin they want to use, and then they run it through exterior plugins, usually lots of them, resampling over and over and over again to make the thing work. And that's what we're going to try. I'm no expert in it, though, so come along for the ride. So I'm going to start with this. You can already hear what OTT is doing to the sound, making it very clicky at the start, right? So I'm going to just put a note down here so I don't have to like constantly play the note. So let's just do this. And let's take, I don't know, this one. This is the note I'm planning to use. And bass synthesis. Ian, yo. Welcome. We're just going to solo it. If this gets like too annoying to listen to, just let me know and I'll like make it less annoying somehow. Okay, so starting from here, I have the oscillator B. That's all we're hearing right now. Oscillator A is not playing. Its level is turned down. I'm going to not detune it. I'm going to put it down an octave. And then I'm going to say in oscillator B, I want frequency modulation from A, FM from A. So the source of the FM is going to be oscillator A. We're not going to hear oscillator A. We're only going to hear its effect on oscillator B. And the effect it's having is pitch shifting, basically. That frequency modulation, FM, that's what it's doing. It's changing the pitch of oscillator B in time with whatever pitch this is playing. So if I start to bring up this knob, you'll hear what I mean. Until it gets like insane. But you see, if we turn this octave way down, that's what you get. We're literally looking at this shape modulating the pitch of this one. But when you do it really, really fast, you get stuff like that. So that's kind of the tone I'm looking for. And you can play with different wave types, right? If I put a saw, kind of is weird. Let's actually lock the phases together so that, yeah. Triangle. Square. Oh God, that's terrible. Sorry. I'm just gonna stick with the sine waves though. Okay, so from here, I already like this bass. That's great. Did I invent this, Max? No, I definitely did not invent this. This is the way that people do it when it comes to, like I say, those heavy electronic genres. This is like very common. And FM synthesis is a whole topic, right? Some synths like FM8 by Native Instruments work just on FM synthesis, and people have been using it for a very, very long time, like decades. This kind of bass creation stuff, I learned this particular workflow sort of from a guy named, I believe, Alchemy on YouTube, and he does like really heavy music and dark stuff, and he does tutorials on how to make like cool synths and drums and whatever. So check him out. I actually learned a lot from his stuff. This is what Pantera did. I have no idea if Pantera was doing anything like this back in the day. that'd be cool, actually. Okay, so I'm just gonna start turning up the saturator now, and we're just gonna see what effect it has. We're gonna try some different types. At a certain point, it just like starts to go crazy on all of them. Oh God. So I think what I'll do is start with maybe in Saturn you can split bands. So for instance, I can leave the high band clean, the low band clean, and then just process the middle band. Flanger effect there. Okay, so now that we've got this going, let's just solo this. And then we'll solo this. I mean, there's really not much even up there right now. And we know what we should try too is just to put a noise in there as well. So let's grab a stereo high pass. So now that's what's coming through this channel. Now the thing is, I want the high pass to get broken up by the original sound. So what I might do, that's a thing, by the way, if you don't know, to get that like sound of, it's kind of like a psychoacoustical trick, as they would say, where you're trying to trick your ears into thinking you're hearing something massive, right? And so something that happens when like a microphone gets overloaded, or probably your ears get overloaded, is that low frequencies modulate or distort the high frequencies. So if you hear the clean on top, like we have now, it doesn't sound very big. We want that to get broken up by the waveform of the lower frequencies, that kind of sound. So we can do that in several ways. One thing is to do it inside of Serum, and I might try to do that first. So I'm going to run everything through this filter. And then I'm just going to turn the drive up on the filter. And now you can hear the high frequencies are getting broken. Yeah, I actually prefer it like this. And we're going to make this move a little bit. So we're going to try to get an audio clip out of this thing. And we want as much modulation happening inside of the sound as possible to begin with. So I'm just going to take this LFO and stick it on here and move it very, very little. And this cannot be in this mode, but like this is fine. Let's just come into here and actually just merge these notes. So we're going to try to find the upper and lower bounds of like what is usable. Kind of like that. Let's make it slower. Once you have something like this set up, you can start to change parameters inside the synth, and it will have big effects on the resulting thing. So for instance, if I start to bend this wave, because it's what's modulating this wave, right? So whatever I do to affect it, with the FM, it's like having some weird effects. Yeah, none of it is really like grabbing my attention so much. So let's try instead to change the FM amount. We can also change the octave of this. I think I just like it where it was. And now we're going to start to make it a bit, well, let's try to change this again. No. And let's make it wider now. So now if you're in headphones, you're going to notice it's like moving around a lot. We can even start to distort it here. Let's see what that does. With some like and then we're going to filter out a lot of that garbage, that higher stuff. Now let's get this thing moving too. It's much slower. And then when you want the real cool sounds, I love the little noises it makes when the note ends. That's because OTT is just like mashing it, mashing this dimension expander thing here. Okay, we're gonna take a EQ and we're gonna cut notches, very steep, deep notches, and move them around. So we'll do that with this LFO, way slower. I know you're all here expecting a fat jazz beat, and it is there. We're gonna get back to it, but you know, this is happening now. And then I want to see what this sounds like, actually. His stomach feels weird after hearing that for a while. Yeah, that's probably true. So now I've got a peak and like a boost and a cut. And they're both moving at different rates. So let's just get that going. Is this jazz? This is the new jazz, Ian. I'm having the worst time trying to apply some of the synthesis techniques you show us here on Massive. Wasn't planning to purchase Serum, but I might. I actually find Serum way more intuitive than Massive. I started learning actually on Massive, was the first synth that I was learning, but the visual quality, now I haven't used Massive X, right, which is the new one. I actually have no idea what that even looks like, so maybe it's sick, I don't know. But this one, it's just, I've made hundreds and hundreds, literally hundreds and hundreds of sounds on here, so it's super visual, super easy to understand. The matrix is really easy to understand. I quite like it. So we're starting to get some pretty cool tones. We'll just see if there's anything else we can add to it that's gonna enhance it before we're gonna start chopping it up and like using it as the bass. Pretty cool. Just trying everything, because why not, right? I just love the idea that someone's gonna like click onto the stream and be like, hey, what's this super fat jazz beat? And you just for like an hour. Whoa, that's actually sick. We're gonna need to sample that noise. Yeah. Yeah, it's just long. Yeah, totally. That is so cool. It makes me happy. Okay, I like that. And then if there's anything else, we'll try. Okay, well, first of all, let's just... We're just going to bounce this out. Like that. So this is going to be take 1. Let's just listen to it. I'm going to bounce one more take of that. And then I'm also going to shift this note up a fifth. So we'll put it up to B flat, and we're going to bounce that out so we have another one at a different pitch that we can use. And then, Amit, hello. How are you? Good to see you. You've entered the, I don't know what you call this. Call it the synthesizer dome. Okay, you like the sound. Good. It's a little insane. I'm going to turn off the reverb for now, and we're going to change the articulation on this just to like try and see what happens. So for instance, we can do this. Okay, and then we will just bounce that out at a couple of pitches. And oh, I have it. Okay, and bounce you. And finally, we'll just try a really short. We'll even put a pitch shift on it. LFO 2 controls global master tune. Yes. Do like this. Why is that doing such a weird thing? Oh, I see. Not doing anything good for me. We're done. We're done making the blat. So now we can use the blat. If you recall, I'll just play the tune first of all for anyone who's just joined recently, because yeah, I mean, this is not at all what the song sounds like so far. So here's what we've got. Okay, so here's where the mad sound is going to go. And right, so we need that sound. That's the bass. Hi there, I was finally able to join. Better late than never. Enjoying it a lot, though electronic stuff is not really my cup of tea. Well, that's going to be the mix on this channel, hey? Sometimes you get the jazzy stuff, sometimes you get the pretty stuff, sometimes you get the heavy stuff. It's just part of my life. But I'm glad you could make it. Welcome. Okay, so we're going to take one of these. I'm not sure which yet. I'm thinking... I'm wondering about taking, glad you played it from the start. I thought it was pure electro thingy out there. No, definitely not. It's mainly jazzy, and then we're just going to have kind of this heavy part for a little bit, and then we're going to get back to the jazziness. So I'm going to take, I think, the end. I'm wondering if I can use this metallic ring to do something cool. But I'm listening for the coolest part of the sound, basically. That's what I'm doing right now. Might be this one. In fact, I'm going to use that. So we're going to pull these guys away for now and just use this and see. Let's see here. So in my original little template thingy, it goes just that quick little thing. And so I'm going to put it right here, and then we will start messing with it. I'm going to chop the end off, maybe pull this in. Yeah, kind of like that. And then let's see if we can get the metallic ringing sound. I was actually thinking about koan sound when I was making this, but the Konyi sound, that's actually killer. And yo. So I'm going to try to take the metallic ring off one of these things. Like that one is pretty sick. And stick it on the end of this thing. I don't know how well that's going to work, but let's see. First, let's just isolate the ringing part. Too bad it doesn't last longer, hey? That would be cool. That's kind of cool. So... kind of. Metallic is kind of ugly, actually, hey? Can we pitch it, I wonder? Someone tell me what note that is. Anyone got perfect pitch? So if we pitch this up 3 semitones, we could get it to be in tune with the note. Kind of. Yeah. Still pretty metallic sounding, so it doesn't quite. It's very quietly like that, maybe. Okay, so that's going to be our first little hit. So for anyone who's unaware, what we're doing right now is we're using this template. And we're filling it in. And yeah, so we're going to have some fat chords in there too. I'm just trying to get this bass part in first. And then this could be so many things. Should we keep the same note or should we? Yeah, I should probably keep the same note. Hey, we've had a lot of. Ugh. Right here actually is a pretty cool part. You catch that? Oops. And let's see what we can do. Oh my God, it's so loud. What's the best way to do this? Oh my God. Need a filter on this thing. So I'm going to put it on a new track. Put it on this track. So this is going to be bass 1. This is ring or metal. This is bass 2. And I'm just going to put a Simplon on there. And we will do it with a low pass 24 dB something or other. Let's just see what that sounds like. No, it's just too old school wobbly. I want more like a volume swell rather than a filter swell. Yeah. Okay. Wub, wub, wub. Yeah, for sure. Let's see if we can just do it straight volume. You know what I haven't used before is the clip gain thing, which is the new whatever, new Studio One situation. You explained a lot of dubstep. Is this clip gain? No. Gain envelope. Here we go. Had to go for a set. Does Studio One have a decent filter plugin? Decent. Define decent. I don't ever use the filter one that comes with it, so I don't have that much experience with it. It's called Auto Filter, and it has a few different types. It's not super customizable, so I don't spend so much time using it. Okay, so let's see how this thing works. I've never used these, actually. Shameful to say. Need to put my grid on swing so I can see. I have no idea if this is actually going to work or not, so we're just going to try it. Oh, this is so finicky. Let's get in there. Ableton has auto filter with different types, and it sounds good. So just wondered. I think it's sort of a similar thing here. I don't know though how different. Oh, this can't even go to full. Yeah, you can copy and paste automation. This can't go to full quiet, hey? Is it even getting to 0? I wonder if it is. Might have to do this with regular volume automation. I'm just eyeballing. And that's kind of where I wanted to end it, so. So let's pull this in. This one, I much prefer the sound of this one, honestly, and I think it's because of the reverb that I put on this one. It's kind of like washing the sound out a little bit. We'll see what we can do with that instead. Maybe if we EQ it, we can do something. Let's just loop you. That's kind of cool. So I can try to like find the, I don't want to find the major third in this one because yeah, we're trying to make it a minor chord. I mean, it might work. We'll have to see. If we put a chord on top of it, it could work. But we may need to bounce out another version of this at some point because it's, yeah, the first hit is sounding so much juicier. You want your bass is juicy, right? Okay, let's see. Yeah, okay, let's try that and let's see what we can do with it. So I'm going to take a this synth and just hit a E flat, minor, add 9, maybe kind of thing. What's my melody doing? Let's just try stabbing that real quick. Minor 6. Oh yeah, that's actually what I wanted. Okay, so we're just gonna load you up here. Okay, so we need a little background element now. Omnisphere is our friend. Welcome to anybody new on the stream. Please say hello if you're here for the first time. I'd like to chat with you. I think. I don't know who you are. Let's go for something retro land. What a great, I mean, I just click on this and go through this all day. It's just fantastic stuff. And I want something kind of plucky. Let's see if we can, they don't even let you really like choose that. Hey, so, okay, fine. Why? I wonder. Maybe more like that one. Hell yeah, way better. The King of Pong, yeah. Here we go. Now these, we can slug these. If you were here earlier, we were talking about slugging, like drunken drums sort of stuff. And we could put these on the, since they're playing eighth notes, we can slug them. It's just, what's going on here? It's like lining up a bit odd. You got the staying face with that. Sick. So how come I'm not getting the division I want? It's breaking up. Okay, this is going to do it, I think. Let's just try this. I'm just going to move these by hand because I want the like loose click, 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 click sort of feel. I'm just going to roughly align them to the septuplet grid and see what that's like. That's a snail, bro. works, hey? Maybe too intense? I don't know. What do you think? And we need some right now. Oh, it kind of does have a bit of a volume or a, whatever the hell you call it, velocity change. I'm just gonna pull the velocity of all the second hits down. Yeah, I know my slugs and snails. Don't even pretend. That is hilarious. Okay, so where's my velocity at? Velocity, velocity, amp, velocity, amp, velocity. Okay, so now we're like down to doing nothing. Greetings, citizen world. Okay, I want a crowd opinion here. Should we go with the sluggy things, or should we go with the, yeah, just straight stuff? I'm going to try to get an A-B comparison so we can listen, and I would love to know what you think. So give me one sec. If we just put this roughly like this. So here's the straight normal one. And the sluggy one. I'm going to start with the sluggy one. Right? Some of my hits are still coming early. Slug it. Okay. I think slug. Okay, we're in agreement. Slug, slug. Okay, Jesus. Good to know. I have a pet peeve about straight. Luciano, welcome. Hello. I have a pet peeve about things playing early, like notes hitting early. Just they grind my gears. As who would say that? Is that Homer Simpson or Peter, Family Guy Peter? What is his name? Peter Griffin. That's Peter, right? Grind my gears. Or is it Homer? I can't remember. Some sort of American cartoon sitcom. Yeah, Peter. Okay, so now we're gonna put a kind of a cool reverb on this thing. We'll just put it like right on the patch in Omnisphere. Does it have a reverb on it already? No, not really. Aux send. Okay, we'll just put it on the common, and we'll put a proverb. Okay, and let's just make all these notes quite short. This is Nightfire magic. Sick. And then I've got, this might be super lame, but it's just idea just occurred to me. I'm going to try. If anyone listens to like hip hop, rap, you know the West Coast sound from like, they use like a saw wave. Really high sort of stuff. Sorry if that was super loud in the microphone. But they use these super high pitch saw waves, and they just like put them way up. Tiny bit of delay on the patch, reduce the amount. Tiny bit of delay on that patch would do nicely, and reduce the amount by half. Spanish suggestions. Reduce the amount of what? The amount of notes? The amount of delay? But I like the idea. I could be into that. So this is, I don't know, what is this? Just call it retro. Yeah, let's see, Citizen, about the delay, because you might be right. That could actually be pretty cool. If we move, is there? I don't think there's any way to just grab these. Hey, does anyone know in Omnisphere and like move? Oh yeah, of course. There we go. Huh. Okay, let's put the delay right here and just see. That was actually pretty sick. The trick is going to be trying to get it to work with the sluggy thing. I mean, it kind of works. I want this 8th dot to be like a little bit later, you know? And I don't know that I can get non-quantized amounts here. So maybe... Yeah, I'm not going to leave it at this much delay for sure. Maybe more like way, way down. I kind of almost like that. You can hardly even tell it's there, but it's very like, it just gives a bit of a rhythmic thing. I'm gonna leave it for now and make a decision on it later. I want to get on, I've got this idea for the like West Coast sort of thing I want to try. West Coast? I don't say West Coast. West Side? Jesus Christ. Can you be any lamer? Okay, so we're gonna take a square fat and we're gonna make it we're gonna make it mono, solo, glide. This is probably going to crash and burn on me, but, you know. Do we have any reverbs active in this? No, we don't at all. So let's just go boom and enable. I don't know exactly what I want to hear. And I needed to get like a vibrato in there. Just slowly intensify. Vibrato intensifies. Yeah, I think it's going to be cool. Let's see here. Easiest way to get vibrato is... Omnisphere is just so much less, to me, intuitive than Serum is. I much prefer using Serum, but here we are. LFO1 is going to control. Gosh, what am I doing? Right here. LFO1 is going to control the oscillator. Pitch, fine. And we're just gonna get the rate up. And then the depth of this is going to be controlled by, yeah, Shambhala for sure. The depth of this is going to be controlled by the mod wheel. So we're going to say wheel controls LFO1 depth. So now it does nothing. There you go. We need this to be like a bigger. This is not going to be super loud. Like I'm gonna turn this. Hey, now we're talking. Sorry. Maybe we'll make them loud if we like harmonize them. That could be actually pretty sick too. And I also want something about the tone of this. It sucked so much. The tone of this needs to change over time. So we're gonna change with maybe LFO2. We're gonna change the oscillator shape, perhaps. Yeah. Try not to just annoy you guys too much with this. Let's turn this down for a second. And so let's try. You need a vocoder. Oh, that would actually be sick. If I had a real one, like a real talk box thing. Ow, 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 ow. I would actually be super into that. Oh yeah, I turned it down. That's not it. Serum. Omnisphere. This is going to get refined with a little bit. It'd sound funny to voco with that sound. Yeah, I would be into it. Yeah, I know, it gets kind of crazy at the end there. And I'm just going to try to harmonize it because, you know, that's what I always do in every song all the time. It's just the kind of boy I am. We're going to copy this part and we're going to paste it here. And then Brap is about the crazy. Yeah, absolutely. Brap is about the crazy. We're going off the deep end all day, every day. And we're just going to copy this down and we're going to change this pitch to be... Ugh. Woo! Pull this down by 6. Maybe even a little bit more. Copy this over. let's get some context here. They lose some of their energy over time. It's because of the modulation I put on them, so I might have to remove that or just put an OTT on them. That's probably the actual solution, hey? We also need some side chaining. Are we side chaining already? Maybe we already are. Oh yeah, we are, a little bit. Yeah, it can solve any problem pretty much. So here's where we're at so far from the template. So we had this kind of second half we haven't made yet. So for that, get some vuvas in the song. What's a vuva? Like a vuva? Oh yeah, that's just that bass that I put in there that's quiet right now. Yeah, it's filtered exactly. Maybe too much. We can try bringing the filter out a little bit and see if it improves. That's pretty cool, actually. Yeah, let's move that over time. So let's go automation, right click, and do that. There we go. Ah, I just overwrote it. Where did that go now? And then we could hit a second chord right here. We can do that as an automate the EQ. Is that what you mean? What did I have in my initial template here? I don't know. Actually, we're going to screw that now because we've done some other stuff. So now we will, let's see, potentially, I'm just going to pull these over. I'm going to dupe them. Yeah, for sure. You can actually move like any, move anything, actually. If you just push right, you go to automation and select right, and then you can kind of just drag it wherever you want. So this, like that, I dragged it where I wanted. Now here, we could try, turns out a heavy saw wave sounds funny if one point on EQ is turned up, automated to rapidly go left and right. Turns out a heavy saw wave sounds funny if one point on an EQ is turned up, automated to go rapidly left and right. Is that something you've tried, or you think something I'm trying? Sounds actually kind of cool. Or something you've tried. Okay. I'd like to hear it. If you want to like get on my Discord at some point and send me an audio clip, that'd be cool. So now I'm wondering if we can turn, well, let's try to use our previous bass. Maybe we can bring it in here. Great. So I'm thinking like some kind of gangster. This is pretty sick. Too sluggy. Too naked snail. Should they be touching? I like it too. I'm gonna bring the chord over. Different voicing this time, maybe. Maybe not. Maybe. Jeez, that's pretty fucking ridiculous. Yeah, no, it's too much. I need another element in this part. This could also be like a different chord, which could actually be kind of fat. Dun, 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 dun. Like, yeah, let's just try that. It could actually be kind of sick. If we pitch these up a half step, and make this into like an E major 7 sharp 11 kind of sound, we might be in business. What's my voicing gonna be? Yeah, it's a cool sound for sure. Oh my God, get away. Let's try that. This chord, the major 7, sharp 11, is probably like the darkest major chord, just about, that I know of anyway. If you ever want something to sound like, whoa, geez. It's still major, but it's like actually heavy. Put a sharp 11 with a major 7 in there. Basically any combination is going to work. Sounds whoa for sure, yeah. Now maybe this thing can even go like higher. Nah. Not, well, higher maybe, but not that high. Only thing with it going higher is it starts to reveal some kind of like ugly harmonics in there that I should have used a different sample. I should use a different rhythm too, actually. But maybe we'll get to that. What if I run this through OTT again? That's actually like what I need to be trying right now. Yeah, it brings out so many harmonics. But it also just destroys my volume automation. Yeah. Yeah, the change is kind of crazy. Okay, and I want like an atmospheric sound to go behind this stuff. So we'll just come in here and find textures playable and see what we get. That actually might work. Right there. Yeah. I like music. Yeah, not quite what I wanted. Something is going to do it here, though. That's more like the vibe I was going for. Let's see what the component parts of this thing are. So we've got this synth in there. Well, I'm gonna get the vibe. Okay. question is, which note to play? Perhaps this one. I don't know. I'm just going to try something. So what we're going to do is bounce this out. That sounds a video game soundtrack in itself. Totally. And then I'm going to grab it from... Makes it sound more ambient. Yeah, totally. And I think let's try a few things here. I don't quite know what the solution is yet. I'm going to chop these up. And I'm going to fade them all in. It's not bad. Could be the other way, though. I don't mind that. And this one could be sucking into it. Go Tanks Ghosties. Oh, okay. Ideas coming to me here. I'm going to have to try something. Oh, okay. There's this thing that happens in big band music, like jazz big band music, where the horns will play these, like, there's a term for them, bell tones or something, where they do like an arpeggio, da, 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 but they all hold and eventually like makes a chord out of it. And they usually have these like super cool voicings that they do, like chordal voicings maybe. I think that could be pretty cool. Let's just try. I'm coming to the end of my allotted time, but I'm just going to give it a shot. Let's play it from the start and just see where we're at. That's great. What do you play? Yeah, right there is going to be sick. If I can figure it out. How do I figure it out? I'm going to use trumpet. Nice. That's great. Do you know who Wynton Marsalis is? Okay, I'm gonna use like. Yeah, you should search Winton. He's an amazing person, amazing human being, amazing trumpet player, both jazz and classical, and he runs a big band in the States called Jazz at Lincoln Center Orchestra, and they are amazing. They are so tight. Their arrangements are just to die for. So yeah, I mean, definitely check him out. He's a trumpet player. So, what's this going to be? Something like that. I don't know which notes exactly to grab, but Megan can probably type it out for you. Hell yeah, that's the sound I'm looking for. I got an even better idea than those little wick-wicks. I'm gonna put them in there too, but I've got another idea. No. Nah, it's not quite doing what I want here. Pitch bend's probably a bit too much, maybe not an octave, maybe like, I don't know, 7. I don't know, it's not quite like it is in my mind. Yeah, okay. And we need to copy you guys over. Oh, you guys actually need to be different pitches now. James Smith, yeah, of course. Ask any question you like. In my Studio One, I can hear my instruments, but when I hit record, none of it saves in the track format, and I just got the computer brand new. Nothing saves in the track format. You talking about MIDI stuff, or are you talking about audio stuff? That was backwards. MIDI stuff, it doesn't save. You mean like you don't get these blocks when you record? It just disappears? When you hit your MIDI keys, the backwards is cool too, true. When you hit the MIDI keys, you see this orange light down here? Make sure you're getting that. If you're getting that, then you're receiving MIDI data. Then check in your instrument track like this, that it says input, and you select your keyboard here, or all inputs. Try that first. I don't know if I'm going to keep this or not. It's a bit weird. The sound is kind of annoying too. I think I need to work with it a little bit. Not going to repeat that much, of course, but yeah, that's a good point, Stranger. You got to make sure that this red icon is illuminated too, obviously. Overuse this sound. I'm gonna leave it out and do something else there. Yeah, it's pretty insane. But that's the goal. Reminds me of Outkast worked with 9 Inch Nails. That's great. You know what the best preset on Saturn is? It's called Magic Mastering. You go in and you just go to Mastering, and then you see it says Magic Mastering, and you click it, and you just put it on everything, and then everything's just better. These chords need to be way darker now. Now that I'm got this next part being like super dark, I think we need... Okay, I'm gonna probably call it quits here in a minute. Okay, so for this stuff, these drums, these chords are gonna change too. You put cinematic drums in it? Maybe. Yeah, I have a SoundCloud page, that's right, Stranger, with a lot of music on it. It's all old music, like at least, I think the newest stuff on there is like 3 years ago. But if anyone wants to, yeah, hear some of the music I've created in the past years, you can do that. I think you just go soundcloud.com/Max. I think that's it. If someone wants to test that for me, I don't know if that's actually going to work or not, but congrats, Max. Psychedelic Groovy B is for the drums, a darkish snare, or one of those Medusa ones, which are a bit electronically mined from battery. Yeah, you mean like for the heavy part or for the main part? So you mean for this part, you're looking for a darker snare. muting these sluggy hi-hats we had here, because that could actually be kind of cool. I don't know. Selection of frequencies there to experiment with. You can afford a bit more low end. True. Generally, I find my taste directs me to poppy snares when it comes to tight music. You know what I mean? I would be open to trying a different one and see. I don't know if I'll do it today, but if you remind me next time, I would like to try it out. Are there vocal samples on that SoundCloud account? Vocal samples, like in, what do you mean? Like in some of the songs, or like, yeah, I'm not sure what you mean. Singing songs. No, not really. There's a maybe like, I don't know, one. But otherwise, no. There's remixes. I have done a lot of remixes. And soon, I've got to keep saying this, soon there's going to be a new song out with Megan singing on it. Megan's my partner, in case anyone doesn't know, which is just like gorgeous and funky and chill and whatever. So please pray for me that I can finish that like ASAP. This week I'm totally slammed, but I really want to have it done. And you guys can all hear the beautiful quality of her voice and mixed with my beats. Should be kind of nice for everybody. But yeah, if you want to find remixes, they are on the SoundCloud account. There's a few there. And then also on my YouTube account, I have a playlist of remixes that's actually missing a few of them. I haven't even uploaded kind of my favorite ones, but there's, I think, 4 of them on there right now. This snare needs a crash. Sorry, I'm still like messing around here. I just got more ideas. Man, this stuff is dark, hey? It's just crazy. Okay, so I think that that's good for now. I'm gonna just finish with a quick sneak peek of a song that is coming out for a new video. Great, glad you don't find it overly dark. It's pretty groovy too. I'm gonna have a new video series starting soon on composing from the ground up. So it's going to be like beat making / production stuff, step-by-step tutorials for making tracks. And it's going to be, yeah, showing every part of it, the production side, the musical side, all that kind of stuff. And I've got a song that we're going to start with. It's not finished yet, but I'll give you guys a sneak peek of it here. I have no idea how loud this is compared to that. Probably not as loud. I don't know. This is a completely different song. I like music. And I agree, Citizen. So this one's going to be out soon in a tutorial breaking down, yeah, a bunch of stuff about how to compose it from the ground up. No, this is I've been working on this the past few days, just on and off, trying to put something together for the video. Only Studio One instruments. That's right, Studio One everything, all stock. Thank you. I like music. Appreciate that. It's got a pretty funky bass line. I'll bring that in this time. Got some guitars on top. Thank you, everybody. That's wonderful, Citizen. Thank you. Appreciate that. So yeah, this is going to be in a tutorial series coming up where you can follow along and learn to make every single note, every single sound, every single mixing decision is going to be shown. So that's kind of the idea for that series. And yeah, it'll be up hopefully in the next couple of weeks. My week this week is super slammed with work outside of YouTube. But yeah, it'll be there soon. Yeah, I can't wait too. We'll have a lot of good music coming out for sure. I think that we're a great team, always. So, okay, well, that's great, everybody. Thank you so much for being on the stream. I appreciate spending time with you and all your support and comments, and yeah, it's always wonderful. Thanks to you all. I'm going to be back again on Tuesday doing my other stream series, which is at the moment an orchestral sort of game music series using stock Studio One instruments, trying to kind of coerce them to sound decent with the stock orchestral stuff. So you can tune in for that if you want. That's 7:30 p.m. Pacific time. Otherwise, I'll be back doing the Jazzy Fatness next Sunday, same time, 10 a.m. Pacific time. I've got a Discord if you want to chat with me. It's in the description of this video. And also I have a course on music theory and composition. The first part is out already, and the second part hopefully this week will be out. It's all about melody, and I'm going to be posting the first video from that course on YouTube this week as well, so you can check it out, talking about scales and modes and how they work with melody and chords and all that kind of stuff. So the link for the first part's in the description as well. So yeah, thank you so much. Meg Max, I'll send you over some orchestral works I did. A big adios from España. Oh, that would be amazing. Please do, Citizen. Thank you. Thank you, I like music. I appreciate that. You're all awesome as well. It's so good to be with all of you. So yeah, until next time, I hope you all have a I hope you all have a great day or night wherever you are, and I hope to see you again soon. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.